Hey guys, Logan Richardson, Season 13, Episode 21 of Criminal Minds. Here we go.
Honey, I know. It'll only take 15 minutes.
It's after hours.
Well, he's a new patient. I haven't met him yet, but when he called, he sounded desperate, at his wit's end, and I know I said she was forgetful.
Lazy, forgetful. That's a thin line you're running with there. We'll just get home soon. I was gonna grill some steaks. Maybe you could pick up a bottle of wine or something.
Michael, I think there's someone here.
What do you mean? Like the cleaning crew?
Don't move, I've already called the cops.
Talk to me! Are you okay?
Ruh-roh.
Stacey, who's that? Stacey! Talk to cops! Stacey!
Where is it?
Stacey, who is that?
Tell me where it is.
Where what is?
I don't know. Come on, it's been 3 months. You guys going steady or what?
We're trying not to put labels on anything.
Not looking for a commitment right now.
I never said anything about commitment. Got some single army buddies that I could set you up.
All right, I'm not saying no, but you guys ready? Yeah, hey, is Reed back from sabbatical?
No, not yet, but I just talked to him on the phone. He sends his love.
Damn it, Reed.
I'm not saying no.
We are back to the enchantment of New Mexico, which the last time I was there was a little less enchanting and a little more cuckoo bananas. Nevertheless, we persisted. This time we're going to Taos.
Yesterday, a 38-year-old physician named Stacy Uqualo was found dead in the clinic where she worked. She had a hole drilled into the left side of her head.
Wait, there's more disgusting. Last week, Steve Conte, a 40-year-old high school teacher, was found dead in his home.
Like drilling a small hole in his skull.
Yeah, trepanation. Human race from as far back as the Neolithic period has shown evidence of such drilling. It was once thought of as a way to release evil spirits.
2 bodies in short succession. Feels like this guy's just getting started.
Wheels up in 20.
Taos PD thinks so, and I agree. Wheels up in 20.
Yeah! Let's go! I haven't gotten it right in a while. I was waiting for something. I was like, damn, this is so quiet. Oh, damn.
Well, come on, what are you doing? Where is it? I don't know. What are you talking about? Well, please. Where is it? I have no idea.
Oh, this guy might be paranoid.
You did this to yourself.
If he's just randomly grabbing people, where is it? Bro, I don't know. Where is what? I'm gonna need some details so I can help you.
Steve Conte, on the other hand, moved to Taos as an adult. He was divorced and a high school history teacher. His ex-wife now lives in Minnesota. She's happily remarried.
Minnesota.
Looks like Stacy and Steve didn't run in the same social circles.
We have another victim.
Yeah, Ben Montoya is a construction worker for ADG Builders. His body was found on one of their sites earlier this morning. I'm sending you the info now.
What if this is racially motivated?
Well, it could be, but then how does Steve fit in?
It says here he developed an in-depth and controversial course on Native American living histories. It was popular with the students, but not the administration or parts of the community. Garcia, look at the latest victim, Ben Montoya. See if he crossed paths with the others.
Hi, Karen Carlson, chief of police around here, but please call me Karen.
Emily Prentice, this is Dr. Tara Lewis.
We've got a quiet place for you set up in the back. I can only imagine what brings a man to do something like this.
In our experience, there's always an explanation, even if it only makes sense to the unsub.
Stacy Uqualo's husband is waiting in our family room, and Ben Montoya's wife is in my office. He found work on a construction crew, and he worked hard. He worked his way up. I even thought, not now, but in a couple of years, that he had a real shot at becoming a foreman.
In a couple of years.
I just meant that...
T, I can see how proud you are of him. But we need to know everything.
My husband had a gambling problem. And was in recovery, but he fell off the wagon last month. He owed $25,000 on credit. Who had that kind of money?
Stacy stayed late because a patient called her and asked to be seen. But she didn't tell you who it was, his name.
She wouldn't. It's a HIPAA violation.
Of course.
A HIPAA
But did she
violation.
give you any
My
other...
wife is dead. This man was looking for something specific. Why can't you find him? Why haven't you made any progress?
Okay.
Mr. Ukwala,
Okay,
we're
dude.
doing our best.
Okay.
Thing is, the killer went through the left temporal lobe here. Now that area controls a lot. Language, cognition, behavior, memory, and hearing, but primarily it's involved in auditory perception and holds the primary auditory cortex. Now, based on my exam of their skulls, I believe the victims were alive.
Whoa!
Location, the angle, the depth of each wound, and near matches.
Yeah, he came in with the plan and he executed without hesitation. If that's not a man on a mission, I don't know what is.
He knows exactly where to go. What? You're looking for a book? Oh, wait.
Garcia, you're on speaker. What did you find?
Some shade of the snarky variety. Hashtag no judgment, but our first victim, Steve Conte, left behind a winding trail of oddly timed cash deposits. None of them are of the same amount. All of them are under $10,000.
So,
What about Stacy?
Stacy had some trouble with her student loans. When she got out of med school, she diligently tried to pay them down over the last 10 years. Besides that, nothing stands out.
Maybe she saw something she shouldn't have.
Some slight financial issues with everyone? That's not enough.
let's follow this money trail, see where it takes us. It could lead us to some kind of enforcement.
That's all of them. Copies of the grant deeds and the licensed architect or engineer on record for each of them. Yeah, if you call the city, they'll tell you how to get started.
No, I need the blueprints now.
I understand that, and I would love to give them to you, but unfortunately, before... Sir, you need to calm down. I'm going to ask you to leave.
I need you to get me the building blueprints for everything between Route 68 and State Road 240.
Yikes. Oh no. Building blueprints. What?
So Alma Hernandez was leaving for the night when the unsub followed her. He went behind her, threw her against her car.
But he didn't kill her. Why?
Too public? Maybe needed more time.
But you tried to sign to tell him that you didn't understand. That you're deaf. He said that you're lucky? Lucky how? Okay, so he didn't say anything else?
He's
He
lucky.
only
You're lucky that you
touched
can't
her.
hear.
Okay. Thank you, Alma. You did great. You gave us so much help.
Fascinating.
You know, something interesting came up during my interview. While attacking her, the unsub discovered that Alma is deaf, and it stopped him in his tracks. I think it, in his mind, it made her innocent, you know? I mean, what does the ability to hear have to do with maps and blueprints of towers from the 90s?
A lot, actually. I think this is starting to come together. Have you ever heard of a phenomenon involving low-frequency sound waves called the hum?
I'm sure many of you
What?
know that the hum was first reported here in Taos in the early 90s.
That's true, but Taos is not the only place where the hum has been heard, and worldwide, violent acts have been committed by those who claim to hear it.
That's right. In 2013, a man in Washington, D.C. killed 12 people. He claims that his actions were driven by an ultra-low frequency attack.
And just last year in Cuba, diplomats were forced out of the U.S. Embassy.
What?
We need to focus our efforts on people in the area who have reported hearing the hum.
We need to re-examine our unsub's earlier victims and see if they have any specific connection to the phenomenon.
They are
Based on
targeted.
eyewitness accounts, we know we are looking for a physically fit adult male.
We know because of the maps and blueprints he's requested. His ultimate goal is to find the source of this hum.
So to that end, we need to explore possible targets in the area, locations he may be drawn to.
Now this unsub will not stop until he finds the source, and anyone who gets in his way is in danger. So let's get to work. Thank you.
Wild. Dude is killing because he's hearing a low frequency hum. That would be so annoying.
Jake Owens. Who are you?
Well, we know he sought his victims out. He called and arranged for Stacy to come back to the clinic.
She could have treated him or failed to treat him in the past.
Yes.
He also wanted blueprints from the librarians.
There was an incident in Russia in the 50s, I think maybe similar to what's happening here. There were 9 hikers who were found dead on the side of a mountain with no apparent manner of death.
What do you mean?
Well, they were found in various states of undress, subsurface temperatures. They had minor injuries, but no one could explain why they died. A recent theory talks about something called infrasound in the form of a vortex. The hikers weren't just scared, they were driven mad, driven to their deaths by the sound.
What?
I've discovered something called nitro cold brew coffee. I think the military developed it to keep soldiers up for weeks at a time, feeling great. Also have a lead.
Okay, let's hear it.
Pun intended. So the nexus of the local hum heroes is a guy named Terry Rossett.
Thanks, Penelope.
And Garcia, maybe lay off that cold brew.
Cool story, bro. Never. Bye.
Thanks for coming in. We understand you work with people who hear the hum.
Yeah, I was sort of the first guy around here to take them seriously. My goal has always been to give them the tools to deal with their afflictions. So we tend to work on strategies of minimization, that kind of thing.
Does this guy look familiar to you?
This man.
Something of a hobbyist. He constructs what he calls a hum-canceling box. It looks sort of like a coffin. These are desperate people. He's preying on their vulnerability. Boxes aren't exactly cheap.
So he could have easily, and why he killed him. Yeah.
However, a few years back, the USGS did a study of the region and found that this area does have an elevated electromagnetic field.
It's interesting. Caused by what?
The electrical grid. I think is what they decided. Something about how the power lines are arranged.
Makes sense.
Could be where the answer's headed to next.
Turn off the power in this one. What are you talking about? It's the source. Sharp. Hit. Hurry up.
I just spoke to the city engineer. He said back in the early 90s, the city
Is the power about to go out?
These 4 substations in District 1. We should split up.
What the hell?
We're too late.
It's off. No.
Yikes. Yikes, dude. Yikes.
It looks like the unsub used the same size drill bit, but this time he stabbed him several times in the neck, chest, and face.
Jake must have really pissed him off.
Well, if the unsub thought this was the source of the hum, he'd need someone like Jake to help him turn off the power.
Which he did, but he still snapped and killed him.
Because
it didn't work.
Yeah. Oh my God, Tess, it's beautiful. Oh, I just know we're gonna love it here.
Me too. I love you.
I cross-referenced local people who claim to hear the hum with the 4 victims.
Maybe somebody close to him hears it. A parent, a girlfriend, a wife.
Whoever it is, they may be the reason he stayed
Possibly
in the house.
dead.
Okay, Garcia, use those same parameters, but check for
Probably
women
dead.
this time.
Well, the systems are upgraded and purring.
Usually when 2 or more people share a belief system, it's because their lived experiences brought them to the same conclusion. But I have read about cases where a belief was induced, where the beliefs of one person penetrate the other and consume them.
Like passing on a virus.
So you're saying maybe the unsub couldn't hear this a year ago, but he can hear it now?
The amount of rage he's shown.
Died 3 years ago in a car accident. Third has posted a lot on hum hearer message boards and chat rooms. She abruptly stopped posting about a year ago.
Is that her? That kind of
Her
looks
last
like her.
post was exactly a year before the first murder. No sign of her since.
Okay, who is she?
Sarah Sands, local sculptor, moved to Taos 3 years ago to be an artist and resident at the art collective there.
Was Sarah married?
Yeah, to a Caleb Sands. He works at a solar panel company. Sending his photo now. Whoa.
Yep.
They're a match. Caleb's our unsub. We need an APB out of him immediately.
They're just working on the address.
Thanks, Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Stay in the back bedroom. I can feel it buzzing. It's like it's pounding my head from the inside out, Caleb.
If it's getting worse, maybe we should try
Just turn the fan off.
Honey, we got rid of it 2 months ago.
Oh, make it stop. Oh, get rid of it. Stop.
Oh my.
Any missing person.
Damn, that is
Sarah.
bad.
Like she was here one day and vanished the next.
Garcia, what did you find?
Could he have
Sarah's only
accidentally
child.
killed her?
Parents died a few years
Or did she
ago. She's got an
actually
extended family.
ran?
Why didn't they just leave town?
They couldn't afford it. Also, Caleb's in the middle of a 3-year contract with the company. Apparently, Caleb wrote them saying Sarah had left town to get the help she needed, and any contact would, quote, threaten her recovery.
Threaten is an interesting word to use. Feels like he's covering something up.
Sure does. Maybe Sarah left him and Caleb had a difficult time admitting it.
Or, and I hate to say it, she's dead. What if Sarah was his first victim?
Yep.
I have no death certificate from Mrs. Sands.
Okay,
Still,
but
at any point,
she
did
could
Sarah's
hidden.
posts start to shift?
Yeah, about 4 months before she disappeared, they start being more full of pain and fear and desperation. I wonder how much more of this I can take. There has to be a way I can make it stop.
Pretty
It's
obvious.
gotta be the drill.
All right, we're about 2 minutes out from Caleb's house. Great, we're landing at his office in 5. Circle back as soon as you can.
She did that to herself. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Sarah!
Do you see the situation? I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm not walling back there to get a bug.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. You must have slept through the last 6 months.
Hey, I hope you're not as stubborn as your mom.
Holy shit.
Francis and Rossi searched Caleb's apartment. They found the drill and tons of evidence, but Caleb's nowhere to be seen.
So we struck out on old friends.
Talk to me with your face, Terrorless.
Garcia, we need you to do some more digging.
I was born with a shovel in my hand. No, a backhoe.
Okay, look, we know Caleb and Sarah couldn't leave town, but what if they moved around inside of town?
No, wait, no, I can see it, Okay, the art collective Sarah worked for owns a house in District 1, and that house is provided to artists and residents, and Sarah was one of those.
That could be why it didn't come up before. The house wasn't in their names.
It's gotta be it.
Don't hurt us. Please, please. Here. I know it is.
Caleb's hands. FBI, put down the weapon.
Come closer. You don't understand. This is where it is. It has to be here. It has to be. This is where she was.
We know you did everything you could. Earplugs, sound machines, doctors, Steve Conte's box. But nothing helped.
You can hear it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Caleb, I know what it feels like to watch someone slip away. To feel powerless as they lose their grip on themselves. You've been trapped here for the past year. Ever since Sarah disappeared.
I wanted to help her. And I couldn't. I didn't know how.
You have to give me the house.
And now, it's all I can hear.
She never would have wanted this. And you feel guilty that you didn't do more. But it's time to let go. Okay? It's time to let Sarah go.
Now, all I can hear is the sound of
That drill. And with her screaming.
It's okay. It's okay. It's over.
Holding on is believing that there's only a past. Letting go is knowing that there's a future. Daphne Rose Kingman.
Can you imagine being driven mad by a single
By a
sound?
single sound. That
The
is.
sound of a fork scraping against metal.
Ice cubes clinking against the side of the glass. I know. The finer things in life.
Have I ever told you about the time I was having drinks with the King of Sweden?
What? Okay, wait. The last time you told the story,
What?
wasn't it the mayor of Stockholm? Yeah.
What's the difference?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You really connected with him.
Before I was engaged to Douglas, I was married once. My husband and I were both in grad school, and we really struggled. I was teaching, he was writing his thesis and working nights, and
Working 9
he
to
started taking
5.
hours to stay awake. We just couldn't get back what we'd lost, you know? The future that we had once seen for ourselves was gone.
I didn't even know you'd been married.
What you don't know about me could fill a book, my friend.
Scared me just a little bit. Okay, so I have 4 counts of murder. He's definitely going into a hospital, I believe. About 15, 25 years. That altogether is about 60. You can... That's with murder alone. I'm sure you could throw in some B&E and some kidnapping maybe in there. And maybe an attempted murder. But that's... You know, you can. I'm also probably going to knock it down a little more. I don't know, it kind of just depends on, I don't know, the delusion, the medical side of it, which I don't fully understand. So, like, that would kind of be where I would be like, alright, I'm going to flip over to someone else who would give me their professional opinion, and then that would probably influence the sentencing a little more. So yeah. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. The season finale is coming up next. See y'all next time.